3 weeks ago, you said that Palantir's plan for AI was, quote, just take the whole market. How's that going?
Well, you know, unlike most people, we've been involved in what people call AI for the last 5, 6, 7 years in the classified environment, building systems that will allow you to identify adversarial positions. And in that context, we've built proprietary technology that will allow you to work with large language models, securely enhance them, roll them across your whole enterprise. You know, I've been at this for about 20 years, and I know it will take everyone else 4 or 5 years to build this. We're rolling it out. Our customer base is large, and we have, you know, usually we have to go out and find people. Now we have customers, especially in the U.S., just calling us every day.
You said the demand is huge. Yeah. Can you quantify it in some
way?
Well,
you know, usually, we've had a number of inbound calls in a year that we usually have in a year in like a month. And then if we're at a conference, if you go next door, there are customers showing potential customers how to use our product.
It's in a demo sense.
Well, it's on real data. It's things that they've done. So right now, the whole world is hungry for something that it understands as AI, which is really AI or large language models. We are actually have customers using our products, showing other customers how to do it. I mean, this is like you release a song and everyone else playing it. It's like, okay, great. We're very happy. And, you know, the thing is, the U.S. market is just hungry for innovation. It's hungry for things. It's now beginning beginning to understand it needs, like an ability to map an LLM onto your enterprise securely, ability to enhance the output of a large language model, and what's the output? Better margins, better safety. You can change your enterprise in weeks.
I just want to jump in and ask a very basic question. AIP.
Yeah.
Is it built on GPT-4 or a different foundational model? What is the underlying tech?
We are completely agnostic to whatever large language model you want to use. Large language models have certain attributes, like they can give you reasoning, but you can't import that reasoning into your enterprise. What AIP does is allow you to take the benefits of the large language model, enhance them with algorithms that we help you build, and roll it securely across your whole enterprise. And what does that mean? It means you get all the benefits of a large language model in your enterprise today. Not in 5 years, not something that writes poetry. We're not offering people poetry writing in their enterprise. We're offering things that are so powerful that in reality, I'm not sure we should even sell this to some of our clients, like national security.
Who are those clients? Well, who are those clients? Proportionately, when you think about demand, how much is coming from the defense use case, since you kind of gave more flesh to the AI bones at during that earnings call?
Look, what's driving our demand for our product in defense is simply what people have seen on the battlefield. And that's very sensitive and very classified. But the demand for that is very large. It's going to get larger. Why is it going to get larger? Because America is the best at software. Software that's built in a product is in high demand in defense. Why is it also in demand? Because until 2 years ago, everyone thought this was a joke. We were building systems over the last 5 years that are deadly. Those deadly systems have changed the course of history. It's no longer madman saying this. You see it on the battlefield. In U.S. commercial industry is the most adaptive in the world, and they are hungry. Our clients are hungry for things that will give them a disproportionate advantage on margins, on safety, on secure use of LLMs, on making sure this is not just some poetry recreating what somebody said, but actually can create actual tangible difference. And we are rolling it out, and we're very happy.
During that earnings call, you said, we have no pricing strategy. We're going to create a lot of value. We're going to get hundreds of customers, and we will price it as we go. Have you made any progress on pricing strategy since that point?
No. Why? Okay,
why so relaxed about it?
Because it's like one of these things. Like when you go to a bar, you know everyone wants to meet you. Do you have a pricing strategy when you go to the bar? No. You're like, oh, I'm cool. I know we have the best product on the market. I know customers will pay us fairly. I know that it's much more valuable than anyone will understand until they install it. And we will sort out. To make it like slightly academic, I believe in Pareto optimization. We are going to create a lot of value, and we're going to get some portion of that value. And customers are smart. They'll pay you some portion of the value. Why should I, just as an axiomatic thing, if you have a software product, you always want to get paid after you deliver value. If you've got a PowerPoint, something that doesn't work, something that's not valuable, you want to get paid before you create value. We know it's valuable. We know it's much more valuable than people understand. We know we're going to continue to augment that value, and we're going to get paid along the way.
Well, the counter consideration is how much you invest in the product.
But we've already invested billions in building these things in various components over the last 20 years, and we have the IP, and we're basically sewing it together and adding things on top of it. And so we know we have the IP. We're certain of the value. Why would we? So again, I come to you. I'm like, hey, I'm certain this is very valuable. Pay me $10 million. What are you going to say? If you believe you have the best product in the world, what are you going to say? Okay, great. Let's not even have that discussion. I'll create the value. You tell me how much value it create. By the way, if you don't want to pay me, then I'll go to someone else who will. You can have different margins than the person who will pay me. You can have a different safety profile than the people. You can have a different ability to control your whole business from your laptop than someone else because the person who valued it paid me. And you don't want to pay me? Great.
An interesting case study is Ukraine. You've deepened your relationship and activity with Ukraine using AI in one case to help with reconstruction.
Yeah.
How else? Explain how it works.
By the way, my real answer to the short people is ask the Russians.
What do you mean by that?
It's like we can't save it. Ask the Ukrainians, ask people who are on the battlefield, ask people who have been subject to...
You're talking about the effectiveness of your...
effectiveness of our product.
Okay.
So it's like there's very little we can say. You can read what the Ukrainians are saying they use. Targeting, according to reports, has gone up, given the use of AI by products, potentially ours, from like by 20 to 50x. These products have changed the course of history, and they will continue to change the course of history, and I'm super proud of that.